Okay, we're going to do this kind of second method to play the long patterns um, with the E pattern. Keep in mind shape fitting. The reason why I messed up at the very last, the last part of the last segment was because I didn't shape fit this 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. So half the battle in guitar is knowing what you're going to play 7 root 2, and the other half is fitting it in. So where did this 7 root 2 go? Did it go over here? Was it brick wall? Was that where 7 root 2 went? Or did it go where it went? Did it go right there where it was? Or did it start over here? It can't start over here though, right? Because that's where our fret nut is, and that's a no play, no string, no play. So here we're going to start it again, and then it's going to be shifted over one fret. So 4 to the 7 there, an augmented 7th, an augmented 4th right there. There's your Lydian 4 to the 7. Okay, kind of thing. So let's try it one more time. Okay, we're going to do that as 4L. Okay, that's like one of the ways to play it, but that brought us away from the golden open notes. We want those open notes in this lesson. So what happens? We end up having to play a split ED super long. So we start the same with the bottom part of an R4 XL, which is the top third of an X3 XL. Then we're going to do the E shape there. Okay, and then we're not going to finish. We're going to cut out of that pattern and go into a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look what that is up here. We talked about this before, but I think, I had to start the lesson over, so I'm going to just review it really quick. Okay, it's not that one. The 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we got here. Because the long one, 7 root 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we have that 7 root 2, 3, 4 right there. That's what it is. It wasn't 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it was 7 root 2, 3, 4. So we're not going to do this lone E pattern here. Okay, this D and this D and this G are completely, the labels are unnecessary right there. They're TMI. They don't apply in this situation, because when you see a string shape, if it isn't in a long pattern like that, where I like to leave the string shapes on there, so D would be 2, 3, and a 4 up there. E would be 7 root 2 there, and that is our big long E pattern, 7 root 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's S2, 7 root 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the whole thing. 7 root 2, 3, 4. It's like a half pattern. Then we want to branch off that and then use that open 5. As you can guess, I am no good at that stuff. It takes a lot of practice. It's completely memorization. So I had to come up with a better system. Sure, the A isn't bad. The A's not bad but you still have the split, the super long split there. So it's 7 root 2, 3, 4, up to an S1A. It's just getting sloppy. This has got modified S2L, modified, But if this is what you want and you want to use all those open strings, this is one way to do it. But I have another way to do it, and there's a better way to do it, and that is not how to do it. That's how to make the notes and attach them to the guitar. Okay, so again, these use the open strings, all of them. We're going to have a way of looking at this. Well, I'm going to, I haven't seen the last of this subject, but the best substitution for that is just follow this kind of an approach with your S3XL and your S4Ls that are part of this monster pattern. Remember now that this pattern right here that I'm squaring off, this is simply an X3XL and an S4L, and another X3XL on top shape fitted, and an S4L shape fitted on top. That's all that is, and that's all this is too, up here. Same thing, just without the patterns drawn in. So that is very helpful and can be used to play if we're going to just jettison a little bit away from that fret nut. So in the E here, I'll move them over so we can see the, we're supposed to have an E here. This is an E. So, this is an E pattern here. This is something I got to fix this chart really fast sometimes, right? There's an E pattern. That's the E pattern. Best I can do at the moment. So we're going to use, if you want to, just use the long patterns to get away from that fret nut. So E would just be S3XL and then S4L. Okay, A is S3XL, full S3XL, and then 7, 3, 6 of an S4L like this. Here's A. Okay, full S3XL. Warp up. D. You see how easy it is? Now with D, we're going to play an S1D on the bottom. Now that's legal because it's a pattern. It's a one string pattern there. Let's zoom in on that D pattern here. Remember, we're compromising here because we're taking it away from the fret nut. We're not going to play the open strings, but at least we're playing it, and we're playing it from the root position. So if you're doing something like this, yes, I'll get to them. I'll write a song. Yes, I'll get to it, dear. If you're just playing an E bar position, you want to start doing a scale from there. Alright, so let's look at the D pattern. I've got my work cut out for me after the lesson. What part of an S4L do you think this is that's underneath this S3XL? It's the top line. So rather than saying, okay, we're going to do the top line, where's our S3XL? Right here. See, it doesn't matter where you're at as long as you can find these note relationships. So there's our XR. Underneath here we have the D. And when we're doing the D shape, okay, this is 4 strings of it right there. We only have 2 strings left. We can go ahead and start another S4L up there. And that might be indeed what we're going to do. Just get used to going to an S4L after the S3XL. Just like with the S2L and the S3L, they stack on top of one another, I know the other day I was saying I've got full patterns, and I do. For instance, for the G shape, I've got a full S5L pattern.